Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Blogging 101. This is Mani Karthik here. In this episode, we will look into which are the best free blogging platforms out there. And this episode is specially catered to all the new guys who are starting off with blogging, who are confused about where to start their blog. So let's see. Cool, so as you can see, we have a new setup here. We have a whiteboard and a couple of things written here. So I hope this will make it a lot more easier for you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you want to learn more about blogging and other online marketing related stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I share a lot of videos in this channel about how to start blogging, how to optimize your blog, how to make money and all that stuff. And it all comes from my 10 plus years of experience blogging and making money online. I work from my small home studio in Cochin in Kerala, and I earn 5 figures in dollars every month only from blogging. So there's a lot of stories to share. I hope all this makes sense to you. So let's get into this episode, okay? All right, cool. So for all the beginners who are starting off with blogging, the first question they have is, where do you start blogging? You know, there's free versions of blogger.com or blogspot.com, and there is WordPress free version. There is self-hosted hosting packages that you need to buy, like from GoDaddy or Kinsta and all these different hosting providers. So which is the best one you should go for, right? Now, before you start blogging, you should understand that it's a long-term process. Typically, to make money from your blog, it'll take somewhere from 6 months to 1 year, or maybe sometimes even more than that. So it's a long-term process. So it's like opening up a shop and actually making a life out of it, like actually making a career out of it. So it could be a side thing for you now. You might have a 9-to-5 job and you're just starting blogging on the side. But even then, I would suggest that you take it a little bit more seriously, because what happens is, let's say something actually works out on the blog. Your blog got popular and you start making money. You're going to need more space. You're going to need more features and at least some decent stable platform to expand or scale your blog. And most bloggers find it very difficult when it gets to that part, and they always make this mistake of starting off somewhere in a wrong blogging platform and then later realizing that was a mistake. So don't make that mistake. That's my first and foremost thing to all new people starting off blogging. Don't start off in a Matchbox in the sense a free blogging platform. I know it's a little bit harsh, but this is from my experience. Don't start off by opening up your shop in a small Matchbox. Instead, make sure you at least get a decent size, a room where you start off blogging. Because later, if you want to expand, you can expand from that, okay? But hold on to that thought. Let me just share you some more specifics into what are the best blogging free platforms out there that you can use, okay? So, two options you have right now: WordPress.com free version and Blogger.com free version. Both of them are really, really popular. A lot of writers who, short story writers or photographers or even poems and that kind of very artistic kind of people write a lot of blogs on blogspot.com. Same thing about free WordPress.com version. A lot of popular blogs are still there. But if you are the kind who are looking to make money off of blogging, you're the kind of guy who's looking into some, building a huge or large traffic website, then I don't think these free versions are enough. You need a little bit more room and a little bit more, better setup. But comparing between blogger.com and wordpress.com, which is the best, right? We have to address 4 points here. Number 1 is security. Number 2 is appearance. Number 3 is features. Number 4 is scaling. And I'm sorry, there are 5 points. And the 5th is updates and support. Now coming to the first point, security. When you start off on free WordPress.com or free blogger.com platform, this is actually an advantage for you, which is kind of a big plus. The reason is that when you're on a self-hosted, GoDaddy-like hosting setup, you are responsible for your blog security. So if there is a hacking attempt or some kind of phishing attempt, I don't know, all kinds of issues, right? Cyber security issues, you are responsible for it. Because if something happens, you have to fix it yourself. if you're running on your own blogging platform like Insta.com or GoDaddy or whatever, you are responsible for your own mistakes, and you have to take regular backups and make sure that your blog is up to date and hack proof. But on free blogging platforms like blogger.com or wordpress.com, things are a lot more easier because it's on a larger server, it's on a secure server because it's owned by either WordPress or Blogger, and they have very, very secure WordPress servers and Google servers, so you don't have to worry about security issues there. You can pretty much assume that your blog is not going to be hacked unless you're using some crazy plugin or some script or whatever. But otherwise, on the free version, it's a lot more secure than a self-hosted blogging platform like that I use for my blog. Okay, so that's the only positive that I see. The rest 4 of them are negatives. Let's get to those. Okay, so appearance. In appearance, what happens is that, you've seen my blog, manikarthik.com or dailyseoblog.com or whichever blogs that I run. All of them have, I believe, professional looking theme. I mean, at least a decent looking theme. But if you go to most of the Blogspot or free WordPress blogs, you will see that the theme is kind of very amateurish. And that's okay. But the problem is when you grow your blog, you need to have a professional, clean look. And not just the look part of it. You need to have a proper user experience in order to have good SEO. Only then people will recognize your blog. Only then people will use your blog. Some blogs, when you use it, the theme is all over the place. The links don't work, and you get a bad feeling about it. And this is mostly seen in some of the free blogs. And the problem is that the kind of appearance options they give in terms of the themes you can use, in terms of the features you can use, is very, very limited in the free versions. So my suggestion is that always go for a clean looking, professional looking blog. Only then people will take you serious, right? If you're looking into a very small thing like poems or something as some hobby that you only update once a year or whatever, then it's okay to run it on a free version. But if you're serious about blogging, make sure that you have a blog there where you can add more features, add more themes and appearances, customize it and personalize it. And that is only possible with a self-hosted blogging platform like on GoDaddy or Kinsta or any of the ones that I recommend. Okay. The third one is, again, features. Like I mentioned, in appearances, features too is going to be a very big pain for you when you start blogging, because initially it might not look like a big deal. Like you don't need too many features. You can get started with any topic and just start writing, right? But the problem is, as you get more traffic, you need to add more features. Like you need to now have some sort of email capture form where you need to know who these people are. You need to add an analytics code, or you need to add, a lot different features are available, and you need to add all of these into your blog. And when you're on a GoDaddy or Kinsta or these self-hosted blogging platforms, things are a lot more easy because you can add whatever plugins you want, provided it's safe and secure, and you can have all kinds of features possible to it. But when you're on a free blogging platform, it is very limited. They don't let you use many of the plugins. They don't even let you use all kinds of customizations that you might need. So there it becomes a big problem when you grow your blog. So make sure that you don't invest a lot of time writing a lot of content on these free blogs, because later it's going to be a problem for you. And number 4 is scaling your blog. Scale means growing your blog, basically, right? And everybody wants to grow their blog. Nobody wants a blog where only a few people read every day. You need more and more people to your blog, and you need to get popular. And if you're serious about blogging and making money from it and taking it as a career, then obviously you need to grow your blog. And that's where the free blogging platforms becomes a bottleneck. When you're on the free blogging platforms, they don't let you scale your blog beyond a point. Some of them even have some kind of limits in terms of page views you can have, and beyond that you have to upgrade. But not even that. When you have more traffic coming in, like I mentioned, you need more features and all these different customizations. You don't have support, as in you can't talk to the owners like Google.com or WordPress.com and ask for some kind of customization or errors that you might have. You can't ask for help from them because it's a free blogging platform. But if you're on a self-hosted like GoDaddy or Kinsta, then you can ask for support, and there are people who are technical experts who can help you with those customizations or features, and it makes it a lot more easier for you to grow your blog. So when it comes to scale, then I don't think the free blogging platforms are built for it. I mean, I don't think they are intended for such bloggers who wants to scale their blog. It's meant for people who are more like hobbyists, who update the blog once a few months or years, that kind of thing. So scale is another big point that is a bottleneck with free blogging platforms. So the last point is updates and support. You know, when you're running your blog on a free blogging platform, you don't own the content. You're actually at somebody else's mercy. Like, for example, blogger.com was last updated as a product a few years back actually. And I think they actually mentioned in the news that they're going to stop the support on this blogging platform, and I think they are pulling it off. Like as a product, it's going to end, like Google Plus, right? So, you know, they make these decisions. Sometimes Google, even some very popular products of theirs, like Google Inbox, which is a Gmail kind of an alternative, or Google Plus for that matter, which is kind of popular, they pull the plug on it, which means after a certain period of time, they declare that this product is not going to be available for the public. And all the content that you placed on that product is now gone. So what happens if something like that happens to your blog? If one day they decide that blogger.com is not going to be available, then all that blog you wrote, all that posts you wrote is going to be disappeared. And then, so you can't build businesses based off of such a platform, right? There is no reliability, there's a huge risk, and there is no support, and there are no updates. So it becomes a big problem. But if you're on your own self-hosted blogging platform, WordPress that is, or with GoDaddy or Kinsta or some of the ones that I recommend, then you have complete control over your content. Even if you write things like for example, I have an article on how to suicide. You have to check it out. I get a lot of hate mail every day about people saying that this is not the right content, they are offended, or I should die, and all those different kinds of hate mails. But since it is on my own blog, I control whether this should exist or not. But if it was on the free blogging platform like Blogger or WordPress.com, and if somebody complained to them saying that this guy is writing about suicide and it should not exist, they can shut down my blog, right? And then all my effort is gone nowhere. So that kind of risk is huge, and I don't think you can build businesses on such platforms, which is very risky. So I would highly avoid starting blogging on WordPress.com free version or Blogger.com free version, and instead invest a little money and get a good, decent hosting provider with WordPress optimized platform like GoDaddy and Kinsta or SiteGround and all these different Cloudways and all these different hosting providers, the links to which you can find on the description of this video. But they have like offers coming sometimes, and it's not huge. I think it's about like 500 rupees per month or something like that on GoDaddy. Like you get a domain and you get your own blog. So it's a lot more secure. You have control over your content. You can customize whichever way you want. You can have professional themes in there. You can have more features in there. And best of all, you own it. Nobody can shut it down at any point of time. Even if you write content that is perceived as objectionable, like the suicide article I wrote. So make sure that when you think about your blog, think in the long term. Don't think about the short term. Don't think about, hey, it's easy to start on free blogging platforms, so I'm going to go for it. Don't think like that. Think about what will happen 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line. And I hope you're serious about blogging. Only then all of this matters. Otherwise, it's just it's a hobby. But I hope you guys are serious about blogging and want to make money online, take it as a career if possible. So in that case, always invest in good self-hosted blogging platforms like GoDaddy or the other ones I mentioned. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, do subscribe and let me know your comments or questions that you might have in the comment area, or email it to me at hi, which is hi, at manikarthik.com, and I'll make sure that I'll reply to you. All right. See you in the next video. Do subscribe. See ya.